Welcome to the audiobook of New Social Studies, Grade 10. Unit 5, Lesson 4, page number 129. Constitutional Bodies. Introduction to Constitutional Bodies. The state requires a number of authorities to run various state affairs. So, the state makes the provision of some important authorities in the Constitution along with their formation, functions, duties and power, and required qualification of the chiefs and officials. They are called constitutional bodies. Appointment and tenure. The chiefs and officials of constitutional bodies are appointed by the President on the recommendation of Constitutional Council. The term of office of the chiefs and official is 6 years from the date of appointment. Monitoring of functioning of constitutional bodies. They must be accountable and responsible to the federal parliament. The committees of the House of Representatives may monitor and evaluate the functioning, including reports of the constitutional bodies other than the National Human Rights Commission, and give necessary direction and advice. Annual reports of constitutional bodies. Every constitutional body should submit an annual report of its functioning to the President, and the President will present it through the Prime Minister before the federal parliament. A constitutional body may prepare a separate report in relation to the functioning of each state and submit it to the chief of state. Qualification for the chiefs and official. Any person with the following qualification is eligible to be appointed in the post of chief or official of constitutional bodies. A. Having attained the age of 45 years. B. Not being a member of any political party at the time of appointment. C. Being of high moral character. And D. Having attained enough academic qualification, experience, and appropriate criteria in the related field as mentioned in the Constitution. The Constitution of Nepal has made the provision of constitutional bodies from Part 21 to 26. A. Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority. Here in the picture we have the building of Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA. In Part 21 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority of Nepal, consisting of the Chief Commissioner and 4 other commissioners. The Chief Commissioner acts as the chairperson of the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority. The President, on recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the Chief Commissioner and Commissioners. The term of office of Chief Commissioner and Commissioners is 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority. It may conduct or initiate investigations of any abuse of authority committed through corruption by any person holding public office. If it finds on investigation conducted that a person holding public office has committed an act which is defined by law as corruption, it may file or initiate a case against that person and other person involved in that offense in the competent court in accordance with law. If on investigation conducted, any act or action done or taken by a person holding public office appears to be of such nature as to be falling under the jurisdiction of another official or body, the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority may write to the concerned official or body for necessary action. B. Auditor General. And in the picture we have the building of Office of Auditor General. In Part 22 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of an Auditor General of Nepal. The President, on the recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the Auditor General. The term of office of the Auditor General shall be 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of Auditor General. The accounts for all federal and state government offices, including the Office of the President, Office of the Vice President, Supreme Court, Federal Parliament, State Assembly, State Government, local level, constitutional bodies, and offices thereof, courts, Office of the Attorney General, Nepal Army, Nepal Police, and Armed Police Force, Nepal are audited by the Auditor General in accordance with law, with due consideration given to the regularity, economy, efficiency, effectiveness, and the propriety thereof. The Auditor General is consulted in the matter of appointment of an auditor to carry out the audit of a corporate body of which the Government of Nepal or provincial government owns more than 50% of the shares or assets. The Auditor General may also issue necessary directives setting forth the principle for carrying out the audit of such corporate body. C. Public Service Commission. It is also called in Nepali Lok Seva Ayog. In Part 23 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of a Public Service Commission of Nepal consisting of the chairperson and 4 other members. The President, on the recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the chairperson and members. At least 50% of the total number of members of the Public Service Commission are appointed amongst the person who have worked for 20 or more in any government service, and the rest of the members are appointed among the persons who hold reputation after having done research, investigation, teaching, or any other significant work in the field of science, technology, art, literature, law, public administration, sociology, or other sphere of national life. The term of office of the chairperson and members of the Public Service Commission is 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of the Public Service Commission. It is the duty of the Public Service Commission to conduct examination for the selection of suitable candidates to be appointed to the positions in the civil service and recommend the selected candidates for appointment to the Government of Nepal. It conducts written examination to be given for appointment to the offices of the Nepal Army, Nepal Police, Armed Police Force, Nepal, other federal governmental office, and of bodies corporate other than the positions in the civil service. It gives the consultation on the general principles to be followed in the course of making appointment and promotion to any position of the Nepal Army, Nepal Police, Armed Police Force Nepal, and other federal government services. It gives the consultation on the laws regarding to the conditions of service of the employees in the service of a body corporate and on the general principles to be followed in the course of making promotion to any position of such service and taking departmental action against any such employee. No permanent appointment to any pensionable position chargeable on the Government of Nepal is made except in consultation with the Public Service Commission. D. Election Commission. In Part 24 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of an Election Commission of Nepal, consisting of a Chief Commissioner and 4 other commissioners. The Chief Commissioner shall act as the chairperson of the Election Commission. The President, on the recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the Chief Election Commissioner and Commissioners. The term of office of the Chief Election Commissioner and Commissioners of the Election Commission shall be 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of the Election Commission. The Election Commission conducts, supervises, directs, and controls the election to the President, Vice President, members of the Federal Parliament, members of state assemblies, and members of local level. For these purposes, the Election Commission prepares electoral rolls. The Election Commission holds a referendum, spelling referendum, referendum, on a matter of national importance pursuant to this Constitution and the federal law. Spelling of pursuant, P-U-R-S-U-A-N-T. National Human Rights Commission. In Part 25 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of a National Human Rights Commission of Nepal, consisting of a chairperson and 4 other members. The President, on the recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the chairperson and members. The term of office of the chairperson and members of the National Human Rights Commission is 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of National Human Rights Commission. It is the duty of the National Human Rights Commission to respect, protect, and promote human rights and ensure effective enforcement thereof. It inquires and investigates complaints of violation of human rights and makes recommendation to take departmental and to file a case in the court in accordance with law. It coordinates and collaborates with the civil society in order to enhance awareness on human rights. F. National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission. In Part 26 of the Constitution of Nepal, there is a provision of a National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission of Nepal, consisting of a maximum of 5 members, including a chairperson. The President, on the recommendation of the Constitutional Council, appoints the chairperson and members of the National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission. The term of office of the chairperson and members of the National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission shall be 6 years from the date of appointment. Functions, duties, and powers of National Natural Resources and Fiscal Commission. It determines the basis and modality for the distribution of revenues between the federal, provincial, and local governments. It recommends for scientific distribution of the grants to the province and local governments. It conducts research work and prepares parameters for the grants to be provided to the province and local government. It does research work on possible disputes that may arise between the federation, provinces, and local levels, and makes suggestions to act in a coordinated manner for the prevention of such disputes. Dismissal from the post. Any person appointed in the post as a chief or official in the constitutional organs become vacant in the following circumstances. A. If he or she tenders resignation in writing to the President. B. If he or she attains the age of 65 years, except the chief and officials of NHRC. C. If a motion of impeachment is passed against him or her. D. If he or she is removed from office by the President on recommendation of the Constitutional Council on grounds of his or her inability to hold office and discharge the functions due to physical or mental illness. And E. If he or she passes away. Now the activities in page number 134. 1. Make a chart of the constitutional bodies mentioned in the Constitution of Nepal and present in the class. 2. Compare between the constitutional bodies provisioned in the Constitution of Nepal and Interim Constitution of Nepal 2063. Exercise. Short answer questions. 1. What are the constitutional organs? Write the provision of monitoring their functions and annual report submission. 2. What are the qualifications for the chiefs and officials of constitutional organs? 3. Discuss the major functions of Public Service Commission. 4. Mention the formation process of the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority and also mention its functions. 5. Prepare a model of letter including the functions of National Human Rights Commission. 6. Discuss about the dismissal of the chief or officials of constitutional organs from their post. Long answer questions. 1. Why are the constitutional organ necessary? Describe the roles of any three constitutional organs to run the state affairs. 2. Explain the composition, functions, duties, and powers of the Election Commission. Project work. Make a table and present the process of appointment, formation, qualification, and tenure of the constitutional bodies mentioned in the lesson. End of Lesson 4.